I was with the chief angel Michael in space, precisely the second heaven. We were in the Oval Hall where the enemy of God and men was disclosing strategies against humanity. After unveiling 80 strategies, the enemy began to talk about his 10th commandment. When he had reached the 5th commandment, he said to the audience, "It is written in the book of the other one, precisely in the book of Exodus 20 verse 12, honor your father and your mother, so that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you." Lucifer said to the assistants, "Given that my law and principle are the opposite of the other one, I want to cause men and women to dishonor their father and mother." I saw the devil asking the assistants, "I would like to know how men can dishonor their parent." When Lucifer asked this question to the audience of demons and human, I noticed that there was silence in the Oval Hall. Then I saw in the assistants a man rising. The man was a satanic pastor from Nigeria, but I don't know him and I don't recognize him. However, the Archangel Michael told me that this pastor has more than 3,000 members. He was previously a magician, then he began to attend a church in order to acquire biblical knowledge, with the intent of becoming a satanic pastor. Understand that he was not a pastor who resorted to occultism, but a Satanist who went to church to know the Bible and become a satanic pastor. The evil pastor stood and asked Lucifer permission to answer the question about the 5th commandment, and the devil authorized him to speak. This pastor addressed the audience and said, "We must understand that there is a biological father and mother in a traditional family. However, there is also a spiritual father, that we call pastor, apostle and prophet, and there is finally a celestial Father who art in heaven." Given that there is a biological mother in a traditional family, likewise there is also a spiritual mother, which is the church. However, most Christians do not understand the nuance in these truths. They do not understand the difference between biological parent and spiritual parent. When the evil pastor spoke this way, I saw the multitude of men and demons clapping for him. Afterward, I saw Lucifer asking a superior demon to rise. Lucifer gave instruction to this higher-ranking power in relation to the 5th commandment. Actually, this superior power was the prince of demon Beelzebub, whose duty is to cause confusion and blindness in the church. It is written, when the Pharisees heard this they said, "Only by Beelzebul the prince of demons does this man drive out demons." Knowing their thoughts, Jesus said to them, "Every kingdom divided against itself will be laid waste, and every city or household divided against itself will not stand." If Satan drives out Satan, he is divided against himself. How then can his kingdom stand? Lucifer instructed Beelzebul the prince of demons to cause believers to dishonor their spiritual father, which is their pastor, and their spiritual mother, which is their church. The devil said to Beelzebub the prince of demons, "I am charging you to cause believers to oppose, dislike and speak ill of their leader and pastor who are their spiritual father. I am charging you to cause believers to slander their local church, which is their mother. You will work to influence the believers to slander and speak negatively about their father and mother. I want Christians to dishonor their father and mother who are their pastor and church. I want them to speak ill of their pastor and church, so that they will not live longer in their Christian walk. And thanks to your mission, we will give believers the habit of criticizing their church, which is their mother, and their pastor who are their father. For whenever the believers criticize their pastor and their churches, they are criticizing their spiritual father and spiritual mother. Yet the Bible say you must honor your father and your mother so that you will live longer. Thus these believers who are dishonoring their father and mother will suffer the effect of the word of God, which is a double-edged sword. They will die in their spiritual life and they will not live longer, for they are dishonoring their parent. Whenever these believers are slandering their pastor and their church, they are dishonoring their parent. They are exposing their parent nakedness in front of the public, and they are cursed according to the law of their God. The devil said to the assistants, "Whoever listened to the slander and defamation of their pastors and church, even if they don't contribute in speech, the fact that they were there hearing these defamation and slandering, they are under curse. They should have leave, but because they did not leave these slandering and backstabbing, they are cursed." The devil said, "When a Christian criticize his church that is his mother, he is cursed, and when he criticize his pastor who is his father, he is cursed." When I am talking about curses, I mean there will be 3 consequences, said the devil. Whoever honor his father and mother will have a long life. This is the only commandment with a promise. Firstly, whoever speak ill of his pastor and his church cancel this promise. Secondly, whoever speak ill of his church and his pastor will have a short spiritual life. He will finally become an unbeliever. Beloved, I want to point out that we are not saying that when you see your pastor in apostasy you should still be with him by fanaticism. You must save your soul. When you see that your pastor is entering mysticism, you must leave him. But when your pastor is authentic and God-fearing yet you are slandering him because of an imperfection, this is undressing your parent and exposing his nudity.